Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful YouTube friends, and welcome to the best hour of my day by far. And it is the best hour of my day because of all of you beautiful folks who come by and hang out with me for this hour. It is absolutely fantastic to have you here. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Kelly. How are you today? I see Reagan Live, Laugh, and Love is in the house, and also my wonderful moderator, Jorn. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? As you can see, I've selected another amazingly gorgeous location. I have a little bit of a baseball field over here on this side. And if I turn you around, you can see there's a march through the woods I had to take. Oh, look at that. Look at that nifty little sunbeam going right through there, too. How cool is that? Good morning. Happy trails hiking. How are you today? And yes, of course, good afternoon to you, Jorn. Thank you so much for coming by. We have some nice big ass houses over here. So I'm kind of probably infringing on their land just a little bit. They were kind enough to mow a little spot by the creek here for me to hang out with you guys today. I'll be sure to thank them if they come by with a shotgun. Oh, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. You guys honor me so much. Oh my goodness, it is good to see you as well, Jorn. It is awesome and fantastic to be here today. It is really a strange sort of day today. Good morning, Siddharth, or good afternoon, or good evening from India, of course. People in those houses have big butts. They might very well have big butts, I don't know. I did not ask them if I could broadcast from here. I walked through the woods to get here, so we're just gonna see what happens. It's gonna be fun. Today is kind of an unusual weather day. As you can see, it is super bright and sunny. I am wearing sunglasses, which is an extreme rarity for me because I wanted to make sure that I was facing away. Yeah, anyway, it is like 60 degrees out here and stunningly beautiful with zero humidity, which for this time of year is ridiculous. It's really, really strange. So I am pretty excited about it because it means there's all sorts of fun outdoors activities I can do today without being too hot, although I am getting a tad bit warm here. Be positive. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is fantastic to see you. I do need my hat. You are so right. Let's pop that baby on there. Get the sun out of my eyes. See, but now you probably can't really see me very well. Oh, man. It has been just an amazing last week or so. Naturebound, good morning. How are you? Piney is here. He sends his love. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I have 2 open slots. Only 2 open slots left for the B-roll Smackdown. So if you guys are planning to participate in the B-roll Smackdown, get your entries in as soon as possible. I will of course let you guys know when all the entries are filled, but there are only 2 slots left and we have some absolutely amazing entries. It is the B-roll Smackdown, Kelly. If you do not know what B-roll is, B-roll are the little clips in between people talking in their vlogs. They kind of give context to the location where they are at or speaking or tell a bit or piece of the story. I want people to be exceptionally creative with their B-roll if they possibly can. This is only 30 seconds. Please don't send any longer than 30 seconds. The limit for round 1 is 30 seconds. All you have to do is upload your B-roll clip to Google Drive, put the link in an email and send it to me and you will be entered. I only need 2 more to fill up this month's bracket. It's gonna be friggin' awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Siddharth. This is an absolutely amazing location. And I see Yankee popped into the stream. Good morning. I am in, this would be Hockey Park. I'm actually kind of in the woods offsetting Hockey Park, infringing on some folks' land here. I'm hoping that they don't decide to come after me with a shotgun, but we'll see what happens. People here are generally pretty friendly and I am way off their property just about. I'm right on the edge. Is that a camel next to me? Not that I'm aware of. I have not seen any animals except for there are quite a few cardinals in the area. And I don't mean the ones that live in the Vatican, the red bird things. There are lots of those here. I don't know why. There must be just some kind of cardinal party going on in the woods here. Canal. This is not a canal. This is a creek. Nope, no canal today. I did do a live broadcast from a canal earlier in the week though. There's a canal in Bethlehem that I did a broadcast from. In fact, my broadcast location yesterday was only about a half mile from the canal. Who's your back? Good morning, good morning. Oh, and not the ones from St. Louis. Exactly. Oh, there's a lot of nice canal catfish in the... Oh, really? I did not know that. This time around Travelog. Good morning, good morning. Holy mackerel, Burnwood Bushcraft. We are just tearing it up. Man, you guys are awesome. As you can see, it is an absolutely stunningly beautiful, bright sunny day. It's so bright out here, my t-shirt's getting washed out. It looks all white. I look very angelic today. But I actually had to put on some shades because it's crazy. It's like 65 degrees here. It's really cool for the time of year. There is no humidity at all. So it is going to be a stunningly fantastic day today. I am really excited about it. And very dry. Very, very dry. It's very strange. Can you believe that? Who's your back? I've got 12 thumbs up with 6 minutes in. You guys honor me. I cannot even... It's amazing. 13 thumbs up. It's probably all because everybody came to hang out and see Joran. Joran is just the man. He reached 500 subscribers this week. Can you believe it? Just amazing. His channel is growing by leaps and bounds. Oh, and Who's Your Back did release another video this week. Personally, my favorite video that I've seen from Who's Your Back so far is the one where he goes to the abandoned brick factory. I think it's really fascinating. He does some drone shots where he flies the drone through these brick kilns. If you haven't seen it, go to Who's Your Back's channel and check out that video. I think it's really cool. These big round circular kilns, and he does a really cool overhead drone shot of the kilns, and they have grass and stuff growing on top of them. And I'm like, what would cause that to happen? But it's really, really cool. So definitely check it out. Oh, it's not a problem, Who's Your Back. It's not really a shout out. It's just me talking about content that I love. That's what I like to do here. Half-Blood Pixie, good morning, good morning. I believe Half-Blood Pixie is in Korea, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Half-Blood? I saw a video on Half-Blood's channel where she was taste testing some Korean sweets. It was really pretty funny. Yeah, good evening. Exactly. Oh, you know, this time around Travelog, I really wish that I could afford to get a drone. It is not in the budget right now, but it will not be long. Hey, so Pixie, it looks like Vietnam. It's really pretty here. It's really pretty here, and the beauty of it is the weather is really cooperative today. I'm in the dead of sun, and it is very cool. I'm actually slightly chilly, but I get hot if I put on my sweatshirt. They are really getting better with prices, Who's Your Back. There is no question. So Half-Blood Pixie, how long have you been living in Korea, and what is the reason why you're there? I'm really interested to know this. I spent 2 years in Korea, and of course I got married there the first time around. Both of my kids are half Korean. And I speak a little bit, just enough probably to get myself in trouble. Almost 3 years, just decided to come here to teach English. Oh man, that is awesome. You know, the Korean people were just so fantastic and amazing when I was there. It is one of the things that I miss the most. But when I was there, what are the kids' other halves? They're mutt like me, buddy. Just enough to find the bathroom. Exactly. Trying to picture you half people is freaking me out. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about my 2 years in Korea, it was so nice to have someone from Korea to show me around and do all kinds of really cool stuff. Do we have Bigfoot here? Well, I know that if you go on the Bigfoot sighting website, there have been occurrences where people have seen things they can't explain in the woods not too far from here. Yeah, it's hard when you can't speak Korean, but it's easy enough to learn. Yeah, I learned to speak, I would not say that I was ever conversational in Korean by any stretch of the imagination, even though I was married to a Korean woman for over 10 years. But I could understand what people were saying pretty well and converse in broken Korean just the same as my wife conversed to me in broken English. Oh, who's your bag? That's pretty funny. That is funny. Same. It's hard to speak it. So many, yeah, exactly. Like, there are, it's not like America where mom is mom, or where if you see somebody, you can just say hi to them on the street. When you say, when you speak to other people in Korean, it's all based on kind of like an age and a class thing. So they all have different suffixes that you're supposed to use depending upon your age and the age of the person that you're talking to. And it gets really confusing. Very similar to a lot of native dialect. You know what? I can imagine that that's probably the case, Yankee, although I don't know a whole heck of a lot about native dialects. Mountain Survival is in the house. Good morning. How are you today? One of the things that I love the most about Korea, though, my wife took me to Lotte World, which I thought was really awesome. It's like an indoor amusement park in Korea, kind of like the Disney World of Korea. It was really cool. I think it was in Seoul, but I'm not 100% sure. But she took me to all these ancient Buddhist temple type places, and these temples. Now you got to understand, I'm kind of a cathedral junkie. Anytime that I go past like a huge stone cathedral or anything like that, I'm always drawn to go inside and just take a look, take some pictures, do stuff like that. So I've never really been in places like these giant temples that they had in Korea, and they have these huge bells, and they're really, really cool. If you ever go to Korea, definitely take in the culture, and the food is amazing, but you want to try to check out some of these temples because they're so unique and different. And they've literally been around for hundreds of years. It's just amazing. We in America got our heads all full of crap thinking that we have this really old, amazing culture. And then you go to other countries that have been around for twice or three times longer than we have, and they have so much history. And to get to experience some of these locations that are so old is really cool. They do Who's Her Back? In America, you talk to somebody with an accent, they say their words completely different, but yet you still know. That is so true, Yankee. That is so true. With certain languages, you can't do that. Do we have to beware of North Korea nuking South Korea? You know, I gotta be honest with you. Siddharth. I don't think so, because if the North nukes South Korea, all they're really doing is nuking themselves. Because let's face it, North Korea is right there. It's not a big country. It is not a big country at all. So if that's like if Philadelphia was to nuke New York City. It doesn't make a lot of sense because it's literally 50 miles away. And so all that's going to happen is the nuclear fallout is going to float right over Philadelphia and kill just as many people. So I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I think if North Korea was really going to try to use a nuke to prove a point, I think they'd probably, I don't know, probably nuke somebody in maybe Japan or something like that. But even that doesn't make a lot of sense. They don't have missiles that can reach the continental United States. So all the nuclear weapons that are in North Korea really are for Kim Jong-un to pump up his chest and feel like a big boy, which is just fine. Which is just fine. A lot of people would say that's why the US has nukes too. Exactly, Mountain Survival. Can't we all just get along? I think the days of being afraid or worried about any sort of nuclear thing are probably long past us. I would be shocked if we ever had a leader of any country who thought that using nukes was a means to any sort of end, unless their plan is just to destroy life on Earth. In that case, you can't fix those wackos. But there's no way to win any war like that, that's for sure. Oh man, got a little political there, I apologize. I can't believe how peaceful it is where you, oh, and you know what's really nice, Half-Blood Pixie? Oh, there's no wind. This is like the perfect day. If I was going to pick a day that I could have any time, this would be it. It is 65 degrees, there's zero humidity, there's zero wind. I'm sitting in the sun, completely comfortable and cool. It's really, really, really fantastic. So I hope that I get to go out and do some awesome exploring today, because today is the day to do it. I apologize for the sunglasses though. I never wear sunglasses. But I've had these sunglasses now for probably about, I don't know, it's got to be 10 years, maybe longer. And I really, really want these sunglasses to be cool. I know they're not. I know they're actually pretty ugly and stupid. But for whatever reason, I've kept them around because I'm always hoping that someday people will think these sunglasses are cool. You know, if you say something's cool long enough, you just never know. They look like swimming goggles. Oh, it's raining and dark and the wind is blowing there. Why don't you come take the rain back? Sorry, Mountain Survival. Every day can't be beautiful. I occasionally have sunglasses, but I always lose them the first day. Yankee, that is why these sunglasses are also special. I cannot believe how long I've had these things. I've purchased 3 or 4 pairs of sunglasses since I had these because, you know, just because I thought, well, maybe it's time for a new pair. And all those sunglasses managed to either get lost or broken within about a 48-hour period. For some reason, these puppies just want to be popular, so we're going to work it. We're going to work it. If you guys have not hit that thumbs up, please do so for the awesome moderators that we have in the room. We've got Jorn, we have Yankee, and I do believe that possibly Happy Trails Hiking is still lurking somewhere in the background, doing an absolutely fantastic job, showing me all the love, and I really, really do appreciate it. I really do. So I'm interested to know if anybody thought that my vlog this morning was even remotely interesting. I watched it about 3 or 4 times last night after I was finished, and I thought it was pretty decent. Maybe not my best work, of course, but hopefully it inspires other people to go out and do what I'm doing, which is whatever you love. If you want to be a massage therapist, just start doing it. Just start learning, just get your groove. Car mechanic, whatever it happens to be that you love to do. If that's not what you're doing right now in your life, please take a moment and think about how you can move in that direction. Good morning, Violet Bird. How are you today? It is fantastic to see you this morning. Please leave that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Can I be a professional food eater? You know, Half-Blood Pixie, believe it or not, it is not out of the realm of possibility for you to be a person who goes around and taste tests food and talks about what you think. I mean, this is a potentially legitimate job. You could do it. You could set up a vlog where you go out to different restaurants and just do reviews of those restaurants and taste test the food. People make good money doing that, believe it or not. So sure, if you wanted to do that, that is exactly what you could do. Good morning, Amy Z. For those of you who do not know, Amy Z is my sister. She has appeared in a vlog or two. You wish you could do that and not get fat, Half-Blood Pixie. Well, I'll tell you what. All you have to do is make sure that you go out there and you do lots of exercise and all that kind of stuff after you're done doing it, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. It's possible. Is Totally Tiff in the house? I missed her. She said hi. Good morning, Totally Tiff. If you are here, it is awesome to see you. She is here. Good morning. Hey, Totally Tiff, how is the sunburn doing, my friend? Are you feeling better? If you didn't see one of Totally Tiff's more recent videos, she got massive sunburn. It just looked nasty. Apparently, she was not aware of the dangers of not using sunscreen when you're out in the sun. Now she knows. If I even look at something sugar in it, I gain 10 pounds immediately. Well, I apologize for that, Nature Bound. I have to admit that I have been somewhat of an eating aficionado in the past. At this point, these days, I am just so busy that I forget to eat. Last night, my dinner, my wife went out shopping, and Monica's dad was in the hospital yesterday, so she went to visit him in the hospital. So there wasn't anybody monitoring the fact that I don't eat, so I just worked. And I ended up eating a handful of Swedish fish for the day. So if I don't have somebody around telling me to eat at this point, a lot of times I just don't. And you know, here's the thing, Half-Blood Pixie. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love to eat. One of my wife and my favorite things to do is to go out and get good food. I love it. How did I get Swedish fish? We bought them in the supermarket, my friend. You're always thinking about eating. 60 pounds, just like that. Now I lost, since I started this vlog, one of my earlier vlogs is called The Shape of Me. And it talks about how at that point in time, I was really gonna try to go out and get another job as a tech, because that's what I did for 17 years. But the whole point of the vlog was that I weighed 212 pounds. I was a gigantic fat ass, and the suit that I owned that I would have to use for interviews, I bought when I weighed about 165 pounds. So the only freaking way that I was gonna be able to go on a job interview was if I could fit in the suit, because I'm damn sure not buying another suit. So the point of the vlog was me getting in shape. And it's very unusual because really it wasn't any of the exercise or any of the changed eating that got me in shape. What got me in shape was basically YouTube. I just stopped eating because I'm just obsessed with working and doing this all the time. So, yeah, it's ultimate. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I think last time I weighed myself, I weighed about 172. That was maybe 3 weeks ago. My guess is I'm probably approaching the 165 mark. At least when I look in the mirror, that's where my body looks like it was at. You know, to go from 212 pounds to 165 or so in the ballpark area in a matter of 5 months probably isn't particularly healthy. So I do not recommend my personal diet plan to anyone. BF Channel, good morning. It is wonderful to have you, or good evening from the Philippines. Just dropped by. Wow, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Burnwood Bushcraft is in the house. That is fantastic to see you this morning. This is such an amazing room today. This is why this is the best hour of my day, because you guys honor me, come by and chat with me every day. I wouldn't have anything to talk about if it wasn't for you guys. You guys always give me interesting and fun things to talk about in the chat room, and I really love that. That is just the best. If you guys have not hit that thumbs up, please do so. Also, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. But more importantly, get to know some of the other folks in the room. We have some absolutely fantastic content creators. It is absolutely awesome to see so many great people here today. Before I hurt my back, I was 225 pounds and not much fat on me. Wow. So you must be a big dude. How tall are you, Nature Bound? There's an awesome stream here. Totally awesome people. Yes, also there's a very special person in the room who can help get you some exposure. Please say hi to Yankees Outdoor Adventure, get to know him, and look him up on Twitter. If you would like to be a part of a series that he does called the Meet and Greet series, it's absolutely fantastic way to get your channel exposure. He works with any sorts of channels. You do not have to be outdoors oriented. You can have a gaming channel or a automotive channel or paranormal channel or whatever you want. Just get a hold of Yankee, get on the Meet and Greet series. It's a fantastic way to get your channel exposure. But more than that, Yankee is just a fantastic human being. We should definitely not forget the Creator Alliance. He usually stops by later in my stream. His name is Joker. He does a live show every week. So if you're into the live thing, you don't want something pre-taped, you can also hit up Joker from the Creators Alliance by using the hashtag TuberTalk on Twitter, and he will get with you. He does a show, I believe, just about every day that highlights up-and-coming YouTubers. It is fantastic, so you definitely want to do it, and there's that link, Jorn. If you could also drop Yankee's Twitter link, that would be really fantastic, Jorn. I would really appreciate that. Or maybe Naturebound can hit it. Has shown where he is helping small YouTubers get exposure. Everyone be sure to check that out. Thank you so much, Yankee. I appreciate the kind words. It was a monster. I was a monster. I worked out all the time and had hard manual labor. Yeah, see, that's one of the things that a lot of people talk about when they are doing excessive or extremely extreme workouts. You see that a lot with runners. There'll be somebody who's absolutely dedicated to running every day. And if you do it, it's very, very hard to get, it's very hard to stay healthy when you do anything like that. 6'1" and 245. I've seen in your videos, Mountain, you look like a very tall gentleman. I did not realize you were only 6'1". Because when I say very tall, I'm usually figuring somebody is 6'3", 6'4". I'm only about 5'11". I'm just under 6 foot. My son is actually taller than I am. He's a pretty big dude. He's also in the 200 range. I love working out. I am now getting back on track. I feel better when I am active. That is absolutely true, totally, Tiff. And you know, the thing I love, that's why I'd like to do all the hikes and all that kind of stuff. I think it's a lot of fun. So you're 5'10", Naturebound, and you were that heavy. Man, you must have been jacked, dude. You must have been totally jacked. Holy mackerel. I want to see pictures of that, my friend. Yeah, Violet, I got the feeling on watching you on your stream that you were quite tiny. 5'7". Siddharth is also quite tiny. He's a short dude. Small but mighty. Yeah, I definitely try to work out every day. But usually my exercise comes in the form of hiking and that sort of stuff. I don't do anything formal. Kay's 5 foot. Reagan's 5'5". You know what? That's strange to me, Reagan, because I thought you were... Looking at your videos, Reagan, you seem really tall. So I don't know how you managed to pull that off. It must be good filmmaking on your part. It must be. I got the impression from watching you, Reagan, that you were very tall. Wood Pigeon is tall, and he should see how tall he looks when he is. Yeah, I tell you what, Wood Pigeon looks really tall in his videos. I'm wondering... My phone just decided it's too bright out here and dimmed, so I cannot see the chat very well. I shall pretend I'm a giant then. He looks super tall. It's because he's wearing his wife's heels. You think the Wood Pigeon's wearing his wife's? I don't think that's totally out of the realm of possibility. If you guys didn't see Wood Pigeon's live stream he had the other day, it was really entertaining. I thought it was so much fun. Daniel, good morning, Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today? We've still got Burnwood Bushcraft in the house. I have not talked about Burnwood's channel in a little bit, so let me tell you what you can find on Burnwood Bushcraft's channel. He is a person who will be the first one to tell you that he is not an expert in bushcraft. He started his channel so that he could show you his bushcraft journey from being a complete novice to where he is now, which I tend to think is pretty experienced. I mean, he's not mountain survival experienced. Mountain survival has been doing stuff like that his entire life, but he certainly is learning really quickly. But not only that, he's so personable and fun to watch on his channel. He recently went out for a couple of days in the bush, set up a camp, and showed us every little step of the way, what he did and how he did it. You can see that bushcrafting is hard work. So definitely take a moment and check out Burnwood Bushcraft's channel. He is just an awesome gentleman. And you know, the thing is he does all this. He has a full-time job. He is working really hard. So it's always a pleasure to see him pop by my streams. It is so fantastic to have you here, Burnwood. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. So I am a tiny male guy here. That's all right, Sidharth. Tiny guys have big hearts. That's all that's important, man. That's all that matters, is a big heart. Man, I'm having so much trouble reading the chat now since my freaking phone decided to adjust my screen color. So I'm gonna try to move over here a little bit and see if I can force my phone to decide to brighten up my screen a little bit. Abraxas, good morning, good morning, good morning. I apologize that I missed your stream again. I'm a bad human being. I really wanted to make it. My wife actually decided we were going to stay home on Saturday night to see you do the haunted house one, and then you didn't do it, and she was pretty disappointed. Excuse me. Yeah, it's all good, Abraxas. I wished I had been there, but I did miss it. You did a really nice job with the questions, though. I thought it was a lot of fun. Oh, maybe if I turn it around this way a little bit. Oh, it's just not going to brighten up for me. Very true, nature bound. How? All right, I'm going to have to take off the sunglasses. That might help a little bit. Because I'm having a mega difficult time reading the chat. I really apologize if I missed something, guys. But the phone decided that it was going to adjust the brightness on my screen without my permission, and it does not seem to want to brighten up again. So I'm doing the best I can. I really appreciate it. So how is everyone today? Hopefully you are going to go out and find your adventure. I am in Hakandakwa today. It's right off of Hockey Park. As you can see over here on this side, we have a baseball field, and over here we have some houses. I'm pretty sure that I am infringing on their land, so hopefully they don't come after me with a shotgun. Someone was kind enough to mow this little area here so that I have this beautiful location right by the creek to hang out with you guys. And let me turn the camera around this way so you can see what I've got going on over here. As you can see, we've got that awesome sunbeam is still there. And then the creek kind of goes down that way. It has a little bit of a rapids down there, which is kind of cool. Right there. This is really, really, really pretty location. And like somebody said early in the stream, I think it might have been Half-Blood Pixie, it'd be tough to find a more peaceful day than this. It's about 65 degrees. The birds are very happy. There's almost no wind. It is what I would call the perfect day. The sky seems so blue as to almost be impossibly blue. I don't remember seeing a sky quite as blue as it is today. It is very unusual. So today is just one of those special days. I'm kind of hoping that I can convince my wife to come home early today so we can do something really beautiful outdoors. We'll see what happens. I know her father was just in the hospital, and it's always nice to be able to use an excuse like I need to go see my father in the hospital to get out early and play hooky on days like this. I've used that excuse once or twice in the past because my dad has Parkinson's. So sometimes I would just take a day and say, hey, my dad needs me for something, and I'd go over and visit my dad and enjoy the weather. So I'm gonna see if she can't do a little bit of finagling and come out and hang out with me today in the bright sunshine. That would be awesome. There is just nothing better. There is just nothing better. I know who you are. Oh, you talking about this morning's video, Mountain? Man, I wish I had Tim Robbins' charisma and all that kind of. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be almost impossible to be as positive as Tim Robbins is on a 24-hour-a-day basis. People probably get annoyed with that, but I would definitely love to have his screen presence and his charisma. I think when he's speaking, it kind of is almost, and he actually talks about the way that he uses linguistics in his language, which oh, I look like him. Huh, really? Wow, that's funny. He uses some kind of linguistic techniques to make his conversation and his voice so interesting. I do not have those sorts of skills. If people listen to me, it is just out of pure lack of anything better to do, I suppose. It is easy to stay positive when you trained yourself. The reason you're not positive is because you trained yourself. I totally agree, Yankee. I totally agree. Being positive is a lifestyle. It is something that you have to strive for every day. If you're the kind of person who is going to look at, if you're going to be the kind of person that looks at everything negatively, it's going to happen. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is an absolute, that's probably one of my favorite movies. It's just easy to dwell on good things. That is so true, Yankee. My wife is a glass half empty person, and I am a glass half full person, big time. So we kind of butt heads about her negativity all the time. And I think I'm really trying to help her to see that there are just so much easier ways to handle life when you look at things in a positive light. I mean, I just think it makes everything better. It's not always easy, that's for sure, but it is something that if you do it every day and you practice it every day, it gets easier over time. Waste energy and time to dwell on. Exactly. That is so right, Yankee. If you waste time and energy dwelling on bad things that could happen, especially bad things that you have no control over, you're just wasting your life away worrying about stuff that you can't control. And believe me, the end is inevitable. You can't control it. There is no point in worrying about it. That's actually kind of going to be the subject of tomorrow's vlog, possibly. I have 2 different ideas that I'm tossing around doing today. I've had enough tragedies in my life that I refuse to let them define me. I will be happy if people like it or not. I totally agree, Reagan. I totally agree. I think, and I know Reagan kind of talked to me a little bit personally about some of the struggles that she's had and some of the past that she's had to walk in her day. Very challenging. I can definitely relate to a lot of the things that she talked about going through in her life. And it is awesome to see how positive and uplifting of a message that she tries to carry now. What she does with her son Michael and herself on her channel are just amazing. If you haven't checked out Reagan Live Laugh Love's channel, you are going to love it. Do your eyeballs a favor and check it out. Reagan is just a fantastic human being. She's had lots of struggles in her life, and never, ever, ever once would you know it on her stream. She does not let that stuff get in the way of being just a beautiful human being who wants to share her life with you guys. So definitely check out Reagan Live Laugh Love. You will not regret it at all. I can't believe we are already at the 40-minute mark. Can you believe we're at the 40-minute mark? You probably can. There's probably people that are right now listening to this while they are vacuuming or doing the dishes or washing the dog or whatever, taking a bath. I don't really want to imagine folks taking a bubble bath while they're listening to this, but you know, whatever. You be you. That's all that matters. You be you. Reagan, everyone here is fantastic. They really are. And when the weatherman says 60% rain, remember, you don't know what he's talking about anyways. That's exactly right. Second cup of coffee. I hear you, Happy. You got to keep that coffee, or otherwise my voice will put you to sleep. It's like a tranquilizer gun. The smooth and dulcet tones of Michael Feyrer's morning, the best hour of my day stream. That's right. That's where we're at today. Oh, man. You guys honor me so much by coming by. You know, Happy Trails editing is hard work. Now that I am at just about the 6 month, now that I'm at just about the 6 month mark of doing YouTube, I can tell you one thing. And of course, I edit every day because I do a vlog every day. It gets easier. You get in a rhythm. But I will say this, Happy Trails, and this is really important. You want to make sure that you go out and you watch other people's content and be inspired by other people's content, because there is a real risk, and I've definitely seen myself doing this. There's a real risk of taking the easy route when editing and falling into the same pattern all the time. And I don't know, I think that people will get bored if all of my videos have the same patterns and the same editing. So especially this week, I've made a lot of effort to try to do more storytelling through the images. Before, I just had a lot of images that I stuck in between points where I was talking. And I know some of the images have been really nice looking and a lot of fun, but the most important aspect of being a filmmaker is trying to tell the story with your imagery. And that is something that I have not mastered. In the past, I have spent a lot of time just trying to make sure that my ugly ass is in frame because obviously I'm not a professional filmmaker. So now that I have the camera process down, I can focus a lot more on trying to tell the story visually. I think I did that for the first time this week, really, with my cure for rainy day syndrome, where I do a lot of kind of visual storytelling in that instead of me yammering on the whole time. And I was kind of excited about how that turned out, and I want to try to push myself more in that direction. So that's my plan, but editing is really, really, really super hard work, especially if you don't know what you're doing. It could take a really long time to edit something that a professional who's been doing it all their life could edit in 15 minutes. Might take me 3 hours. And so now that I've got it to the point, that is my mom's puppy, Violet. On an earlier stream this year when I was on the Travel Adventure Series Season 2, my mom's longtime best friend, Belle, died. Well, she had to put her to sleep because she was just riddled with cancer. So I was really excited that she decided to get another puppy. It is and Gizmo is the puppy's name, is freaking just adorable. Just adorable. As you can see, Gizmo in the video, as you can see, Gizmo is quite a fan of my shoelaces. Let's see, I missed something. What do we got here? Oh, you all will be proud of me for my call to action in this upcoming video. The video is a big departure from the usual. That's awesome, Happy Trails. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, totally, Tiff. It takes a lot of time to get better at it. One of the reasons why I decided to do it every day is because I know that's the fastest way for me to gain experience and get better at it. So I like to do videos. You hate that Yankee said a few bad words because of it. I must have missed something in the conversation. I apologize, guys. I apologize for whatever I missed. It looks like a rousing conversation. I can't imagine Yankee using foul language. Maybe someday. I have lost my shh twice while I was filming, and just went off on the camera for myself and my wife to witness at home. And I can remember I have to put exactly, exactly, Yankee. I there was two times where I just went off and just started cursing at my freaking phone. And my wife comes running in the room. She's like, "What was that?" There was one time I was trying to do the call to action for Yankees video, and I was in a location that was really similar to this, but it was not far from a highway, and it really seemed like there was some sort of truck conspiracy going on. Every time I would open my mouth for the first sentence, a big massive truck would come rumbling down the road, and I could see the audio thing on my phone go nuts, and I knew it was just going to be completely worthless, and I had to start over again. I literally tried to get one stinking good take from that location for almost 45 minutes because of the trucks. And it would get really quiet, and I'd be like, all right, now let's go. And then the second that I started talking, the truck would come by. And at some point, I just lost it. And I'm just cursing at the screen, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I can't, what the, you know, it was just, and my wife comes running in when I'm playing this back, and I'm laughing, and there's tears coming down my face because I'm like, that was just, it was just such a raw emotional moment for me, and it made me laugh because I'm acting like a big giant baby. So maybe someday I will put those out. Maybe when I start up a Patreon account, I will put those videos in my unlisted video list that Patreons can go and check out. I'll title it something like "The Days That I Lost My you know what I mean? And they can go check those out. I think that might be funny, but it's not something I would ever put publicly on my channel because, of course, I try to keep it clean. I want to be inspirational here. Where are you located? Siddharth is in India. You know, Siddharth, I really want to get to India someday. I have seen some absolutely stunning and amazing, beautiful pictures of your country, and I would love to see it. Panic Video, good morning. How are you today? Besides trying to catch up on watching videos today, I have other things to do. I am glad you're able to stop by, guys. It's been fantastic, totally, Tiff. It was really good to see you. Really good to see you. Aliens run this crazy country. Sometimes you really have to wonder, don't you, Reagan? Oh. Panicked Videos in the house. It is fantastic for you guys to stop by. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Just had a friend arrive from India this morning. So, man, Siddharth, I would really, really love to come to India, though. It is one of the places on my bucket list. I'm not totally certain my wife is not, it's not that she doesn't want to travel to other countries. My wife likes to eat, and she's really concerned about a couple of things. One, finding something she wants to eat, and two, she gets very nervous when she thinks that she's not going to be able to communicate with people, and that scares her. That makes locations where people speak a different language very scary to my wife. So I've been to Korea. I know that it doesn't really work like that. People in just about every country of the world have a somewhat general grasp of English and can at least converse in broken English. So she's never had that experience. She doesn't understand that. But we are going to eventually, at some point on this channel, start to travel to lots of other places in the world to show you guys our adventures. That has always been my plan. And India is very high on my list of places that I would really like to go. She would love to come to Sweden, and she can eat whatever she wants, Michael. Sweden is definitely on the list. Jerusalem. Oh man, Reagan, you have no idea. I've mentioned earlier in this stream how much of a huge fan I am of ancient locations. VFX Todd, good morning. How are you today? Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Please hit that thumbs up for the amazing moderators and say hi to everyone in the room. We have amazing content creators in this room today. It has been exceptionally lively. I lost my train of thought though. Man. Well, I know I was talking about traveling overseas. I've done a lot of traveling, actually. When you're in the military, you kind of move around every year or every 2 years. So I've lived in busloads of different locations, but she has not had the experience of traveling to a location or a country where they speak a different language and have a completely different edible ecosystem. So this scares her. Oh, unusually, because now I remember, Jorn was talking about coming to Sweden, and I cannot wait to get to Europe. I really cannot wait to get to Europe. Oddly, Monica's dream location that she really wants to go, the highest point on her must-do bucket list is Australia, which oddly enough speaks English. So that says a lot about it. All Spanish. We have a very, very large Spanish population here in the Lehigh Valley, Reagan. So we are totally used to going to malls and everywhere else where a lot of people speak Spanish. A lot of the folks that we work with or that she works with speak Spanish either as their first language or as a very, very close second language. Most people in this area are at least slightly conversational in Spanish. I am not personally, because I'm too stupid to learn 2 languages, but I can understand some of it occasionally. There is a McDonald's in India. Yes, there's also a McDonald's in Korea. I did eat there one time. Their burgers are not actually like regular burgers. The patties that they put in their burgers are more like what you would find almost like sausages. I loved it. I thought it was friggin' awesome. But the other people I was with is like, well, gee whiz, it would be really nice if this was actually a hamburger. Whatever. I don't care. Food is food. I love food. I love it. Every week we talk about, there's a restaurant. It's a Chinese chain restaurant. What is it called? The first time we ever ate at it, let's see. The news story going around that China found a way to pasteurize human waste and add vitamin supplements back in it to create, oh boy, that's great. That's all I need is to eat some poo. I know, Happy, isn't it ridiculous? It is ridiculous. Oh man, what is the name of that Chinese restaurant? The first time I ever ate there was in Atlantic City. And every weekend we talk about going there because I miss it. And we don't really have one local to the house. It's about a 45-minute drive. So we've been talking about hitting it on the weekends for a long time, and I cannot remember for the life of me the name of it, but it's probably one of my favorite places to eat. It's a national chain Chinese restaurant that you would generally find in upscale malls and stuff. What the heck is it? Man, sometimes I'm just brain dead. Love to hear Australia is the land of walkabouts, a spiritual journey. I can see why Australia would be a good place for it. VFX Todd, that is so true. That is so true. It's definitely not Express Panda. It's more of a high-end upscale restaurant. PF Chang's. Sorry, PF Chang's. See, my brain does start to function at some point throughout the day. I love PF Chang's. I know it's probably not actually authentic Chinese food, and I'm perfectly okay with that. The Szechuan beef in PF Chang's is probably my favorite meal in the whole world. And the funny thing is it's not a place that we would have ever eaten at. But the Mongolian beef, Monica's had that a couple of times, and she really enjoyed it. Usually when we go to Atlantic City, we play it pretty safe. We'll do like Hooters or something like that. But it was like really late at night. We had been strolling around just trying to figure out what we wanted to eat. And we were stumbling there, and the choices in the little alcove that we were at were some sort of a Russian restaurant and, you know, like a deli and a couple other places. And I'm like, you know what, let's just give this place a shot. And I'm telling you right now, it was definitely worth it. I really enjoyed it. The world is flat. Please never been to the moon. Aliens on the White House. Okay, Yankee. You be you, my friend. You be you. Man, 14 people in the room. Please make sure that you have hit that thumbs up for the amazing moderators. Happy Trails Hiking, Joran and Yankee are in the house, making sure nobody gets too crazy. It'd be tough to get crazier than Yankee, but I know that there are occasionally people who can pull it off. If you do not know Yankee, please take a moment, get to know him. He does a fantastic job of introducing people to the community. So VFX Todd, you may not know Yankee, but he does a series on Thursdays that comes out called the Meet and Greet series. And what it does is it highlights members of the community in a really fun and entertaining way. It is pre-taped, so if you're not into live broadcasts, which is where a lot of collaborations happen these days, Yankee is the man you want to get in touch with. You can get a hold of him on his Twitter. Hopefully somebody can drop that Twitter link in there. That would be awesome. Another person who usually stops by my stream but is not here today would be the Creator Alliance. His name is Joker. He does live broadcasts nearly every day that highlight new YouTubers or just YouTubers that he feels like really need to get more exposure. He is an excellent human being, and you can reach him or get on Tuber Talk. That's the name of his show. We are at the point where it gets burpy. I apologize. Yeah, just hashtag Tuber Talk on Twitter, and you can get a hold of Joker from the Creator Alliance. He does amazing things. Jimbo French in the house this morning. Good morning. It is wonderful to see you today. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up. If you guys do not know Jimbo, he does a music channel. I think probably one of the bravest things that a human being can ever do is to sing on YouTube. I have sung in front of thousands of people on a stage live, and I am not comfortable at all singing on YouTube. So what he does inspires me. It's pretty fantastic. You definitely put yourself out there when you sing live or when you sing on YouTube. So thank you so much, Jimbo French, for doing what you do. It is very entertaining. Oh, it is very entertaining. Yes, I sang on stage to thousands of people in a competition before. And yeah, I've sung on YouTube twice now, Happy Trails Hiking. Luckily, it was only Happy Birthday, and apparently everyone did have their earplugs in and no one died from the experience. So we are very lucky for that. Yes, Wood Pigeon is the man. If you guys haven't seen Wood Pigeon's most recent stream, it is called Jill is Leaving Me, because Wood Pigeon is becoming the master of the online troll. He did an absolutely fantastic job on his stream. Well, thank you, Happy Trails. He did a fantastic job on his live stream, and I hope that he decides to maybe pump those live streams a little more, maybe not make them so impromptu, because I would love to see a schedule where he goes on, you know, whenever. But check out Wood Pigeon Outdoors channel. He does a lot of videos about foraging and that sort of stuff. So if you're looking for information on how to forage for food in the forest, it's really good. His wife also just returned from a trip to Iceland, and the video footage is just stunning. Stunning. As soon as global warming has completed and Iceland is no longer cold, I am going there. I am telling you right now, it is a beautiful place. Beautiful. As long as someone will follow me around with a personal heater, I am all in on Iceland. I can tell you that right now. I've always wanted to go. In fact, there was a game that I used to play. I used to be completely addicted to a game called Eve, and it is produced by a company called, what is the name of the company? Either way, the company is based, oh, sorry, Yankee, I apologize. The company is based in Iceland, and so a lot of the humor and the entertainment and the fun videos that used to come out of this company had all kinds of beautiful backgrounds in them. So I really loved to see them. And of course, it always made me want to go to Iceland. And unfortunately, it's cold there. I don't do cold. I don't do it. 15 folks in the room. Holy mackerel. We have about 30 seconds left. Sid Hearth is going to walk around and make sure that I have a personal heater. That would be fantastic. Hey, Jimbo, Do a meet and greet with Yankee. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. It is a lot of fun. And Yankee is awesome at highlighting really fantastic creators. It could get your channel a lot of exposure as well. I would love to see it. Getting to know a little bit of more about Jimbo would be a heck of a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm already past the 1 hour mark because I love you guys, and this is the best hour of my day, and that is because you make it so. I want to thank everybody who came by. If I missed some chat, I really apologize. I try to make sure that I get to everybody and I see all your comments, but it's really bright today, so I might have missed a couple. I really apologize. If you're new to my stream, please hit that thumbs up. Make sure that you leave a comment in my video so that I can go and watch your content. And next time you come in here, I'll be able to talk about what you have on your channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day and find your adventure. God bless.